So most times when we get pregnant, we feel like, that during that first trimester, we become sick and we feel like it's money sickness. Fine, it might be money sickness, but let me tell you, some are sickness. Some you're not feeling fine, some you have a problem. Sometimes something might be wrong, not only money sickness. Like we that are like, we feel like we are experienced, these are like, it's my third pregnancy and I'll feel like I've gone through it. It's the same. Is it not money sickness? No, it's not. It's important we get to the hospital. I'm not saying register on time. Yeah, we experts, like we experienced mothers, like we call ourselves, might say, oh, let me not register on time. Fine, if you don't want to register on time, it's fine. But when you are sick at the first trimester, go to the hospital, see your doctor, so that your doctor can rule out that there is nothing actually wrong with you. It's very important. Yes. Today I'm here to tell you guys what I went through during my pregnancy. Yes, I already have 2 kids, and my last daughter before this pregnancy was already 7 years. Yes, before I gave birth. In fact, after I gave birth, after like 2 months or 3, she clocked 8. Yeah, so you can see the gap. Like they say, what God cannot do does not exist. Somebody was asking me, I thought you've hanged boots. Oh no, 3 is not bad. I'm not. 3 is not bad. I was just hoping on God that if the third one comes, why not? I'll grab it with all my heart. Yes, I wanted 3. But if it doesn't come, I'm still grateful for having 2. Yes, I am. So that's by the way. Yes, I know I've not been consistent. Sorry. I know. Because I've been taking care of my baby. It has not been easy for me. And I'm taking it one day at a time. Yes, I'm not in a hurry, believe me. Yeah, and really I don't have a nanny living with me. I have someone that comes in 2 times in a week to help me out, and believe me, it's not enough. If you're a mom out there and you need help, please reach out to people, let them help you. Don't do it alone. I am doing it and it's not easy. Yes, it's not easy. Get as much help as you want. If you need it, yes, please do. So it took me 7 years plus to give birth to this, my last baby. Yeah, my last baby, Obiralama. But this one was totally different. One, I can understand that people will say, you've forgotten already what you went through. It's 8 years is a long time. Yes, of course, 8 years and 7 years plus is a long time. When my first trimester, I was so sick, and I was like, And one thing about pregnancy, let me say it is, if you know, when you don't know you are pregnant, you will not be sick. You will be very okay. But the moment you found out that you are sick, the money sickness from everywhere will come. Yes, that was exactly what happened to me. So let me just tell you guys how I got to know I was pregnant. Normally, during lockdown, I was with my sisters that period, and when they finish having their period, like we have our period almost the same time, this one will have their period, this one, then me. So when they were, I think they've gone back to their place after they have called off the lockdown. So, and they have finished their period and I didn't see mine. But it didn't clock to me that to check, what if you're pregnant? It didn't cross my mind at all. I was thinking maybe because of stress that my period was delayed. I left it that way. So one Saturday I was going out with my sisters. I went to pick them up from where they stay. So when I got there, I picked them, and as we are going, they were now discussing that they just had their period. Very soon another one will come. Yeah, very soon another, and I've not seen my own. And I told them, people have had yours. They said yes. I said, who? In my mind I said, make I no talk, I beg. My sisters, as I dropped them off, I went straight to the pharmacy shop. I bought pregnancy strip, and when I got home, I did it. It was positive. Then I became sick, like so sick. I was so sick that at a time, I think I was so sick. Not the I don't think it's the first month, because already I think the first month has gone. It was during the second month I was so sick. I was like, what do I do? Why am I this sick? I ruled it out. She was an expert. Oh, let me just leave it as an expert. Who I be now? Money sickness. I was doing it one day at a time. So I was sick. I think during my 3rd month, already I bought my drugs. I normally take pregnancy care when I'm pregnant for the 3. So I've already bought and was taking, but I have not registered or gone to the hospital. So I was like, when will I go? But at a time, I think during 3 months or so, I was so sick. I said, let me Kuma go to the hospital and know what is wrong with me. So guess what? I got to the hospital. I was asked, first time of going to the hospital, I was asked questions and the rest of it. I answered. Piam, they checked my BP. I've never had BP. These my 2 kids. I've never had BP before. So, and even without pregnancy, I didn't have BP. My dear, they checked my BP and my BP was high. Yes, it was high. So assuming I was just at home saying, I'm an expert, so let me just stay. Nothing is happening. My sister, something is happening. I will advise every mom, be it an experienced mom, be it a first timer, when you're pregnant and you're sick, just get to the hospital. Let them check everything and tell you, oh, sis, you are okay. That way you can go home and relax and know that you're fine. I never had BP in my pregnancy. I've never had it even without being pregnant. So how come? So this one came with BP. And they say, yes, there are pregnancies that come with BP. So when they noticed I had it, I was placed on drugs, and I was coming into the hospital every week. Imagine at that time, at almost, I don't know if it's 3 months, yes, I was coming to the hospital every week. Every week they were monitoring me. They said if it passed so stage or so whatever, that I would be admitted, and I was taking my drugs religiously. There was COVID. Yeah, the hospitals, I use the government hospital. The hospitals were trying to, reduce crowd. They don't want crowd. But if you have a special case, you must come in. Do you understand? So I was coming in every week. They were checking me, making sure, monitoring me. They told me that they don't want me to fall into labor because of my BP. And what I noticed about my BP was, why I was pregnant, was any day I skip my drug. And I was advised to buy a BP monitor at home. I have it at home to be checking myself. So that whenever I pass it, they told me a number. Whenever I pass it, this number, even when you're taking your drugs, start coming to the hospital. That's what they told me. So I was checking it every day. Every day by day, I was monitoring my BP to make sure that the BP is okay with my drugs. So I was taking my drugs and doing everything. So what again? So yeah, so finally you guys can hear her voice. Yes. So that was how I was going, then until about, I think about 7 months, my BP was still okay, but they said I shouldn't stop, that they were scared that if I stop, the BP might come back, which is not good for I and the baby and the rest of it. So and what I noticed is there's something about hospital. When people tell you when they get to hospital they feel sick, it's exactly true. I'll be at home, I'll do my BP, monitor it. My BP will be very okay. I'll still be taking my drugs. But immediately I step into the hospital, I don't know if it's tension. I don't know, my BP will go up. That's why to me. So that was how the BP was, monitored all through the pregnancy period. And I thank God. Then another thing that happened to me was, during my pregnancy, I was scared. I had fear, like fear of the unknown. I just don't know, but I was scared. The fear was too much. At a time, I had to open up even to my husband, see what I'm going through. I'm scared. I don't know why I'm scared. Like, I had fear. I started praying against it. Started praying, telling God, please, I was scared. But I thank God that before, because I gave birth at 37 weeks. Yes, The doctor didn't want me to go into labor. This is my third CS anyway. I gave birth to my baby through CS. But my two kids were 38 weeks. Yes, 38 weeks. But this one was, the doctor said, they don't want to risk it. They don't want to, risk it to 38 weeks. They don't want me to fall into labor before this year. And so that's it. So what again? 7 weeks I was admitted. Yes, I was admitted a day to when my baby will come. I'll be putting clips of when I was admitted. Yes, and I'll show you guys when I was wheeled into. I'll put a video here where I was wheeled into the theater on the 37 weeks, the day I did my CS. Yes, I'll be putting it here, the clips. And I want to say that fear, prayers can do wonders. And when you have a support system, it's important that whatever you are going through in pregnancy, it's important you talk to somebody, even if it's your partner. You talk to somebody about it. If you have a mom, if your mom is still there, talk to your mom. If you have sisters, if you have friends, talk to them. They will help you out. They will always, encourage you. Encouragement is there. I was encouraged and I prayed about it. Because I can remember that at 37, the day I was wheeled into theater, there was no fear at all. Prayers can move mountains. Prayers helped me because while entering the theater, my mom was there. I wasn't scared. Assuming I entered with fear, you know what it will be. I did not. And I think my song is, I can't remember that song. I was singing all through. Yeah, I can't remember. Maybe I'll put a small clip of the song, or I'll write the song. Yes, that very song pulled me through. Like I sang the song, during my pregnancy. Then even as I entered, when I came out, I was using that very song to praise God. Yes, and that song, to praises, can do wonders too. So I thank God that okay, people will ask, okay, yes, and when I entered theater, my BP was checked that morning and it was high too. Yes, my BP was high that morning and it was high. And the funny thing that happened to me was a day to my surgery, my CS, I was gisting with my mom that I forgot to eat. So you're not supposed to eat in the night. I think after 10 p.m. you can't eat again till the next morning when you will do your CS. So I didn't eat, my sisters. So the morning I wasn't like up to 5 that went in for CS that day, and I was the last person. So I entered by 12 or after 12. Imagine not eating. My baby already was hungry in the tummy. Yes, my baby was hungry because when she came out, she was crying. My baby was crying. My baby was crying. And normally I do exclusive, but when we came to the ward, I wasn't moving. Yes, of course, I just came out and my breast milk was not coming out then, so my baby was crying. The nurses had no option than to tell my sister to go and buy milk. Yes, they gave my baby milk I think for 2 days before I got myself and started trying to give her milk. Yes, so I stayed in the hospital. Normally my first 2 kids were 4 days, but this one was totally different. The doctors insisted it must be okay before I go. You can imagine, I think it was after 4 days I even took blood. Yeah, I had shortage of blood, and I thank God that I'm fine now. So I want to advise every mother out there, don't rule out that you are fine. It's money sickness. No, don't. It's important you go to the hospital. So even if you don't want to register at that moment, just go and see a doctor and make sure that you are fine. It's very, very important. Make sure that you are fine, so that they will check you, check your baby, and make sure that everything is fine. Then you can go home. Yes. There's no need to do, I'm experienced. No. This pregnancy, they can be funny. The way pregnancy A came can be the same. The second one came. So let's be careful, let's be careful and You know, be prayerful. Let's be prayerful. Like, this my last, every time I go through this pregnancy thing, yes, and come out, I'm grateful. Yes, I'm grateful because some people go in there and they don't come. And no woman deserves to, you know, go through this process. No woman deserves to, you know, die while giving birth to another life. It's heartbreaking. So, on our own part, let's be prayerful. Heed to doctor's advice. Don't let your neighbor deceive you. Your neighbor will tell you, they told me it was serious, and I went to Mr. I'm a Yabo. Yabo gave me something, and that it worked for your neighbor. It might not work for you. I'm telling you. Imagine me that have had 2 years, somebody advising me that that the third one you can do normal if you want to. Not me and you. I will not even try it. I don't want to. Thank you. God bless you. Keep your advice to yourself. I don't need it. Yes, I don't. So let us be careful. Don't rule out that you are an expert, that you can handle this. You never can tell why you are sick at that first stage. So thank you guys. This is the end of my pregnancy story. Yeah, I'll be talking about my experience with both government hospital and private hospital. Yes, that will be my next video, or the next, but I know I will talk about it. I won't promise you now, but I will definitely talk about it because I've had the 2 experience. Yeah, if you're in Nigeria, that's what I mean. Yes, I've had the 2 experience, and maybe, yeah. So thank you all for, you know, stopping by and watching this video. If you're new and you've gotten to this end of the video and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, my dear, please click on that subscribe button. Please click on the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, watch all my videos from A to Z. Watch them. Yes, watch my videos, share my videos, and God bless you. See you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.